Hi everybody, Marty Rubin here, and we are back for another segment of Marty's Corner. And we have Dave Revels, the founding member and the lead singer of Shadow of the 60's. Welcome, Dave.
How you doing, Marty? Nice to be here.
It's great. It's great to be on Marty's Corner. I'm so happy to have you here.
I'm happy to be here.
Dave and his group are going to be playing on Monday, December 23rd at 7:30 at the Argyle Theatre. It's going to be rocking. This is all Motown music. I mean, this is the greatest music of our time. I mean, what can we expect that night?
Oh, well, a lot of singing, a lot of dancing on both sides of the aisle, from the stage to the audience, because we encourage people. It's a celebration of life. It's not a show. We call it a party.
Right.
So we encourage people to sing along, dance along. There's a lot of banter back and forth between us and the audience.
Right.
A lot of humor, a lot of laughter, and it's just a celebration. It's fun.
What grabs you about this music to make you want to get into singing songs from this special time?
Well, I came up with it, For me, it's a personal perspective as an artist. When I was like 13, 14, I listened to the Four Tops exclusively. And so I imprinted on Levi's voice.
The great Levi Stubbs.
Right. So as musicians and singers, you latch on to whoever you feel you can identify with artistically.
Right.
And you try to mimic and do everything. So I sang every note that Levi ever sang. And the music just drew me because it was like stories, little tapestries of your life.
Yes.
A lot of little stories, If you had a heartbreak, there was a Motown song you could put on the turntable. There was a 45 you could spin. You were happy, there was a 45 you could spin. No matter what, it told your life story by incredible singers, by incredible musicians and writers. And so it was speaking for you, and you were enjoying it.
Yes. What ingredients do you look for when you're selecting somebody to be in your group?
They can poke fun at themselves. They can laugh at themselves, and they can laugh easy with other people. And the gift of talent, the talent is a given in my equation. I look for extremely talented people, but I also seek out people who are very positive, who they like working well with others. They like to share their talent with other people. They like to see the person next to them shine. And that's what I look for. And of course, love of the genre.
Yes.
Because people can feel that, It's remarked to us all the time from fans that I could feel that you guys really loved each other and you love the music.
And it comes across.
And it comes across. So that's what I look for. Those are.
Now, you mentioned the Four Tops before.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw a few groups out to you. Tell me whether or not you cover them in your concert, or even what you just think of them. Okay, you mentioned the Four Tops. What about the Temptations?
Well, we don't do any Temptation songs. Listen, the thing about Motown, everybody have their favorite Motown group.
Right.
Yes, undeniably, the Temptations have such a long breadth of hits with multiple lead singers. So we do Temptation songs.
That's
of course,
great.
Ain't Too Proud to Beg is on Broadway. So of course, we're going to do samples from that.
What about the Supremes?
The Supremes, we stopped doing them last week. We call this the Supreme Girls of Motown. So we do the Supreme songs, the Marvelette song, Martha Reeves and Vandella. We do cover the different ladies of Motown.
Right.
So that's why we don't call it Supremes, we call it the Supreme Girls of Motown.
That's nice. Do you get into like groups like the Shy Lights or the Stylistics? Or
that's a whole different bag. That's a whole different genre of music,
Right, right.
No, we don't do them. We stick to Motown.
Right.
Can we do those stuff? Sure.
Yeah.
But, it's like we want to stick to what people came for the show.
If I was to say something to you, what would you say back to me if I said to you something like this? I got sunshine on a cloudy day.
I knew he was going to pick a hard one. When it's cold outside, I got the month of May.
Oh, that's good.
That kind of stuff.
What if I said to you, standing in the shadows of love?
Oh, no, you got to do a drama. Standing in the shadows of love. You got to do some drama.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
I mean,
well, you mentioned Levi Stubbs before.
Yeah.
So was he one of the guys that inspired you, or there's others that inspired you?
Very much. Like I said, I latched onto him like a duckling latching on to his mom. And then when I was in another group you might have heard of for years called the Drifters, with two original members of Rock and Roll of Fame. Yeah. And I toured the world, and
you must have learned a lot.
Of course, I worked with everybody from Bo Diddley, Chuck Berry, Chubby Checker, Dick Clark. We did the last American Bandstand tour in 1989 with the Spinners. Another group I love.
Spinners were a great group.
But with the Tops, I didn't realize it then, but I was getting a musical lesson by listening to the songs and singing along from the greatest singer that I considered. Pop and R&B singing. He was a pop artist. And
did you try to emulate Levi Stubbs the way he sang, or just or how
didn't
he
realize
put a song
I was
across?
trying. I was just singing and trying to hit every note I heard.
Right.
You know, not just the lead, but the background voices. And then later on, when I met him on Motown Returns to Apollo in 1985.
Yes, that was a big night.
I had long flowing hair back then, folks. I mean, I used to go like this all the time. I had long hair. And what happened was I met my idols. And when you meet your idols, they either destroy your love or increase your love. The Four Tops gentlemen. So I met them, so my love for them increased. And then when Levi died, I felt that everybody that replaced them in the group, they didn't even remotely try to emulate him. And to me, when you're singing the Four Tops, you can't do without doing Levi.
Yes.
Because he had an indelible stamp on the music. So therefore, you have to emulate that. That's a Four Top. They only had one lead singer.
Right.
Over 40 years.
Yes. Which is so much different than the Temptations. They had so many. Yeah.
But I started doing first a tribute, again as a fan. I'm a fan first.
Right.
So I started doing the Four Tops first. And that became the flagship group of Shadow of the 60s. But although I may love the Four Tops, audiences want to hear more Motown songs, you know.
Yes, right.
So I started looking for other things. I started with the Supreme Girls of Motown.
Yes.
And then I went searching for the Temptations people.
Right.
And so now we do everybody, not only just the Temps, Top Supremes, but we do Stevie, we do Junior Walker and All Stars.
Oh, this is good stuff.
Name it.
Smokey Robinson?
Motown, Smokey Robinson.
All right.
So basically, the thing is, realize that Motown spoke to everyone in a very personal way. Everyone has a personal feeling towards the music of Motown. So we try to, first of all, we don't change keys. And we don't try to update the arrangements because these are your memories, folks.
Right.
So we take your memories very seriously. You know, so the nuance of the songs, the costuming, the choreography, you know, it's not just a shuffle right and shuffle left for the Temps. It's very, you know, intricate steps. We take everything very seriously. And our musical director worked with the Funk Brothers.
Oh, okay.
He was a protege of Holland Dozier Holland, the songwriter that came for the Tops. Melvin Miller Jr.
They were all over so many songs.
Exactly. They gave the Supremes their first big hit.
That's right.
You know, and all
That's
that.
right.
And the Four Tops, you know, Bernadette and all those songs.
Yeah, great songs.
So again, we don't change keys, and we deliver the songs nuance for nuance because it's all our precious memories, and we have them too. So therefore, we take it very seriously.
Well, if you want to come out on Monday, December 23rd at 7:30 and see this fantastic group. I mean, you're going to be singing and dancing. This music is contagious. I mean, it's all the stuff that you've heard your whole life. And maybe Dave Revels, you could bring us home with one more.
Oh, yeah.
Sugar Pie Honey Bunch.
Gosh, no. Okay. Sugar Pie Honey Bunch, you know that I love you. So we can do that.
All right. We can't wait to see you all out here. Take care.
Bye, everybody.